Jah Rastafari Selassie, Ole Emmanuel I, Tima mobile ya yeyi selesi, ma bere adura.
Behold, our beloved legend Dr. Ernest Amadisen ascends to join our ancestors in the ancestral realm. Today, we will show you some of his relentless efforts to support the NBM of Africa in attaining its goals and objectives.
It's the neo-black movement of Africa, not neo-black movement of Nigeria.
The NBM of Africa is a Pan-African organization. It's an organization born with a very wonderful and positive ideology, an ideology that is rooted in Pan-African principles.
Any organization that wants to promote the good of the human being, must be disturbed.
Trying to resist the flux for us to go into what society has established as a norm. We have elections. People who go to vote hardly see the connection between them and government, because they don't give them water, they provide their water, they provide their light, and they go to vote. That is what we are relying on. But the perspective can be more if we have civil society organizations like NBM of Africa coming to the fore to speak on these issues and to make people understand that collectivity is what is going to take us.
It was a very, very intellectual process. A little bit of hazing, but very intellectual process, and people were chosen based on their academic how well they
very
performed.
close affiliation
with the Benin Kingdom, because understanding what the Benin Kingdom also went through in the hand of colonialists and all that, and knowing how they resisted. And there was a lot of student unionism in our days. So we're involved in student unionism in trying to use that vehicle to address the problems of students generally. Okay, Blackers is not NBM. We are the neo-black movement of Africa. That's NBM of Africa. Our symbol is an axe. It's not even a black axe. It's a wooden axe. There's an attempt to imitate, but it's a poor attempt at imitation. So we'll say they are imposters. So in other words, people, they are more or less plagiarized.
So there is no direct relationship
between the
NBM.
Between NBM and Blackers. But just like I told you, the Mouthpiece, which is a magazine, that magazine today is known as Uhuru. Uhuru magazine.
The name has changed.
A lot. Dissociate yourself from the group, yes, but that is not the most important thing. The most important thing is that people are being killed. So, and the only way we can solve these issues is very easy. There must be a partnership with the security agencies. Over the focus of NBM in that documentary, you can see, is suspicious. Not just suspicious, it comes with an intent to malign. Why I said they set out to malign, why was their focus on NBM? Because we're talking about a crime, and most of the crimes that they were talking about was internet scam, the local Yahoo, internet scam, prostitution, and all that, of which the organization has nothing to do with such crimes. Issues are very clear. He was indicted. We invited him. In fact, he was suspended. We invited him. What do you know about this? He stated his own side of the story. So, well, he has been indicted, but he was not arrested. He was not charged. Are you with me? He was not charged. He was just indicted. If he had been tried and convicted, our constitution is very clear on it. But we suspended because of the indictment for him to clear himself with the security agencies. That's the best an organization can do. And we cannot be held vicariously for what individuals do with their personal.
It's not a secret organization. It's an organization that has its constitution. And that constitution is subservient to that of any country where it exists. And members are obligated to obey such laws. And when members of our organization are found wanting, we do the right thing either by sanction, suspension, or expulsion, as the case may be.
What Pan-Africanism entails gives them a sense of belonging, a sense of enlightenment that in history, in times past, this happened. And when this happened, this was it. Right now is a social engineering project Because having realized most of these sordid happenings in our society, you find out that it's only a long-term solution that can work on it. Short-term will just do us, maybe serve as palliatives, trying to face the symptoms and all that. But the long-term solutions is what we are trying to look at and work on.
Our hero, the great Iroko, the advocate of justice and equity, beloved Dr.